Hello every folks, and good morning! Today I wanted to talk about one that's a bit more on the purely theoretical but seems to be functional side, and this is one that I like to call the Supple Quadruple. So here's the deal. If you didn't know, Curse has a weird effect on there, namely, that it causes a unit, well, not only to lose 20% of their health, which, by the way, double attack on a Supple Whip with that Curse effect plus a Vigorous attack basically means bye-bye to 20% of their health, and on top of that, you're hitting beyond that 20% of their health, so great stuff there. It also disables counterattacks. It also causes the unit's luck to become minimal, by which I mean they just basically don't exist. Their luck becomes 0, they can no longer crit, and additionally, honestly, the flavor text is just amazing. Just, there is doom in the stars. I love it. Anyway, so here's the thing. If you happen to have noticed there, you know, he got hit by a natural crit. Now, that could have happened at any time. However, if you have a unit like, for example, any multi-hitter that happens to be running summons, you may notice that they get frickin' hit by crits way more often. Now, here's the thing. That particular case didn't exactly show it off, too amazingly well, but I have noticed, on the whole, when I've gone and I've been testing this in general, it's been a very regular thing that this thing just seems to help a whole lot in those critical situations. This is why I say it's purely a theoretical situation, and it's honestly very easy to set up. But yeah, if you're looking for an early Supple Whip, by the way, I'm pretty sure this thing dropped from one of the early Crystal Dragons. That's one of those things that has been kind of up in the air because when data mines were done, and by the way, this is a bit of a tangent not related to the synergy in question. When data mines were done, they were very insistent on certain things being in very particular places. They only get, certain craftables from those loot pinatas, as I like to call them, or whatever else. But I'm pretty sure this thing dropped from one of them. I know for a fact that I just got a Thunderbow from that chicken in that last one from one of those. So I'm pretty sure that there's maybe a secondary roll chance for some stuff that either was not on those drop tables originally, or maybe they've been updated since and I just haven't seen them. But on top of that, there actually were other kind of drop table things that occurred. Like, I didn't see anything about Exorcism dropping in Supple Wildwood. Again, as of the last time I checked, obviously I'm not going to go and double-check every single little thing. I'm just going off on a random tangent here. But I know that the last time that I went and checked on Supple Wildwood, when I was setting up for that AI run, I didn't see anything about exorcisms dropping there, and when I was doing the AI run, I had specifically gone and used I'd recruited an exorcism cleric to break the level cap to then go into Farampa to then use essentially just kind of use exorcism to clear out the map to make certain units easier to recruit. But at the same time, then I kind of noticed that I started getting exorcism drops from the random wizard ghosts and stuff like that. There was a bunch of these little weird drops that are all over the place that you wouldn't expect to be there, that don't they're just kind of a nice unexpected surprise, so to speak. Like the charms, elemental charms and stuff like that, that's great. But there seems to be a lot of the ghosts and undead stuff in Farampa seems to drop more spells than you'd think. I know it's kind of oddly specific, but just consider going and doing that sometimes. Just Starfall the ever-loving Christ out of that place and I guess see what shakes out. Anyway, random note aside, yeah, so Supple Whip plus anything that relies on a crit build has a tendency to work particularly well when it comes to all of this stuff, presumably because it's a luck check between the two of them. As far as I understand it, it might be like a moving bar back and forth, that if one's really low and the other one's kind of lucky, like her daily luck in this particular case would be, it's just kind of average, but you had one crit card, which would mean that it's more likely to just crit naturally, but then theirs was also unusually low, which meant they were more likely to get crit. Anyway, just something to consider as far as just a fun little synergy that, yeah, Supple Whip is absolutely fantastic for screwing with stuff, especially if you're looking into those situations where you want to try to crit burst down higher units. Just a very, very solid synergy between something like the Supple Whip. You bring in a Fire Dragon to go ahead and weaken them, just reduce their numbers down to nothing. You bring in a Terror Knight, you put those nearby them, you have them do their whole lament thing. Suddenly they're hit by fear, they're hit by this doom status, they're hit by this weaken so they can't even hurt you, and then you just punch until they're gone, and you poison them in the background to have them melt down. You bring in your ninja for that kind of stuff. Anyway, whole team build out of that all of a sudden, but I was just trying to say that yes, Supple Whip, help crit be good. Have a good day. Bye.